What's up, Juventus? Welcome back to the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's a victory show, and we've got kit giveaways going on today. That's right. So the Palace kit's going to be given away to a lucky winner, and the 15-16 black and gold third kit to one of our membership holders in Legends tier status. All right. And of course, we've got more than enough to discuss in the aftermath of the 1-0 victory. Almost that game was going to end up in maybe yet another controversy around Serie A with what they've got going on and the calls and VAR, etc. But that's not the case. But I'm probably still going to fire some shots at the clown show, okay? But we're going to have some fun. And I got Lucci here with me today. You ready to tackle this one, brother? How you doing?
Good, buddy. Let's do it.
Nice, nice. Well, let's do it. Let's do it indeed. What's up to everybody in the chat? You guys drop a like, smash subscribe button while you're tuning in here. If you're on another social platform, hey, it's giveaway day. What the hell are you waiting for? Get over here, hit subscribe, because today winners will be announced, okay? Now, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We'll start with this matchup. We'll get into the starting 11. Perin in goal. I mean, that's it for Di Gregorio.
It's not looking good.
This guy's on the João Mario plan now, I think.
He might be.
Yeah, I think he's on the João Mario plan.
It's just so weird. He was playing so well all of last season and just fell off a cliff.
I mean, yeah, even if you want to go a little more recent, I mean, Club World Cup in the summer, he was phenomenal. He was strong start of the year, but it just went off a cliff with that guy. So, and Perin's not by any means leaving me super confident.
No,
I'll say that.
He's not the answer either, yeah.
But, hey, for now, we just needed to stop letting the first shot go in. Perin did that, got a win, and now it's his baby until he loses it. But Perin in goal. Kalulu, Bremer, Kelly, Cambiaso, McKennie, Locatelli, Thuram, Chico Conceição, Yildiz, and Boga. I like the lineup. It was listed as a 4-2-3-1. I think the way we saw it play out was more of a 4-3-3 or even like a 3-4-2-1 setup with Yildiz being that lead man. But I liked it. I thought we would maybe utilize McKennie more as a striker so that Yildiz could operate not right up at the top, right at the front. I don't think that's the best case for him, but I still like the lineup, and I still thought we had more than enough to take it to Udinese. What do you think of that lineup from Spalletti?
Yeah, I was optimistic because Yildiz has been great, Boga's been good, but I wasn't too sold on him being the center forward or the false nine, whatever you want to call him. And you saw that when he did shift a bit to the left during yesterday's game, he was much better. So I'm not sure that's the answer going forward for him, but he played well nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, let's get to it. Let's get to some highlights. In the first opening bit of the first half, I thought we were good as far as being on the ball, dominated the ball, had a lot of good sequences, but you could tell, at least in the early moments, there was some sequences where Yildiz, whatever it was, timing, etc., he was missing some key runs from that position. Most notably, one where Kalulu made a beautiful run from the back. McKennie sent it through to him. He crossed a ball in early, and Yildiz was nowhere near it. Not even close to reading it or keeping up with the play or anything like that. Shortly after that, we made a switch. Now, whether it was Spalletti, whether it was Boga and Yildiz on their own accord, credit to whoever made the decision, but it looked way better immediately. Boga sliding into the top central position, Yildiz moving out to the wing on the left side, and it pays dividends like pretty much right away. Loca, before that switch came in, we did have one good moment where Locatelli put a ball over the top to Boga, playing at that center role, and he just couldn't direct it past Okoye, makes a stop there. Couple minutes later, though, Kelly, great ball into Yildiz's path. Yildiz does a fantastic job because he's got to take this thing. He's got to head it ahead of him, then beat his man physically and still get to it. Centers it for Boga, who's money on the spot there. He stuck with that play the entire way and read it perfectly and was there for the tap in 1-0. That's a beautiful goal. That is a beautiful goal.
Great team goal.
It's something we need to do more against teams when they want to press us on the outsides, is go over the top and utilize that speed and try to get behind them and gain ground. So credit to the guys. That was a fantastic goal. Boga, now a goal in 3 straight. Cooking, man. Cooking. Great stuff there.
I didn't see that coming. I'm not going to lie. Did not.
Man, I mean, we were all like, is it going to be something close to the Boga at Sassuolo? I'd argue he's maybe better than what the hell he was doing at Sassuolo, which was also very, very strong, very good. But this guy's cooking right now. Boga's on a heater. Will it last? Hey, that's a different question, and we'll see.
That's another story.
But, and we'll get into the headlines that are surrounding Boga today. 39th minute. Long throw coming in, mishandled by McKennie, falls to Atta. He had a good opportunity there. Kalulu kind of angled him out, so the shot goes wide. And then a couple minutes later, Juve, we strip the ball. We get it forward. Chico puts it in the path of Boga, and then this one, he goes short side. Okoye just gets the foot to it, off his foot, off the post, and then out. I really thought that should have been 2-0. I was like, I would have liked that one to be finalized. The ball from Chico to him, not totally in his path, where I think he would have got a stronger shot. He did have to move over to the side to collect it, to still move forward. Might have taken the best angle away from him. But I want to see a better shot, I think, in that moment. Still, good positive play from Juve. The corner kick that ensued this, we actually flick it on to the back post. Cambiasso swipes at it. This was a good stop from Okoye. I don't know how he really knew much about it, but we almost make it 2 before the half ends there. And the half does end there. Man, I said just keep it going with the exact same crew right out the second and just jump on this team and kill them, because the over-the-top ball at the back was killing Udinese. And I was like, man, I don't change anything. I just keep going at him with Yildiz, Boga, Chico, and something's going to give here. What were your thoughts at half?
Yeah, very good first half. Udinese didn't threaten too much other than that one opportunity, and I thought we probably could have had 2 or 3. And I was just worried that, not taking our chances was going to bite us in the ass. At least it didn't for the first half. So, on to the second.
There you go. On to the second we go, and 50 minutes in here. Oh, my God. Bremer. So he gets beat at the halfway line. He was a little late to press on Davis there. Davis collects the ball, plays it out to the flank, and then Bremer proceeds to kind of lose him. And he gets in behind him. They play the ball down the flank to him. He centers the ball. I thought this was going to be an equalizer. Eklenkamp makes a mess of it, thankfully for us, but very, very close call there. Very, very, very close call. Okay, so we come through unscathed, though. There was shouts for a PK there. Nothing doing from the ref there. 62nd minute, Yildiz doing his thing. He was cooking them. Yesterday. He was absolutely torching them. He had those guys on skates, and he cuts inside on this one, forces a save from Okoye on a low hard shot. The rebound, Chico just out of his reach, does get cleared. 70th minute, Yildiz turns his man around, then centers. Chico does so well here. A touch forward in traffic and then slots home. Beautiful goal for 2-0.
Yep.
And in comes VAR.
Until
Colt Miners, offside position. I'm looking at this thing live, and on the watch line, I'm like, you cannot take this away. Okoye is not obstructed. He's not obstructed. He's got clear sight on the entire play. He dives exactly where the shot's going. He's just too late because it's from such tight range. It got taken away. And it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Because, thankfully, Juventus won the game. Because if we were to allow an equalizer, if we didn't come away with the victory in this game, everybody would be able to pull up all the videos of players in other matches where they've actually run across the path of the ball while in an offside position, and the ball still goes in and it's counted. So for this one to be taken away was absolutely stupid, and they avoided yet another controversy. But shit like this is happening over and over and over. It's ridiculous. So I'm still pissed off about it. We won, we come away, but that's a goal to seal it. If they would have scored another one and made it 1-1, I would have been furious at garbage like this, man. I'm running out of words to say with this league, the lack of consistency and just the horror show that it's become. It's like every single game you can bank on something idiotic or stupid like that happening. You know?
Unfortunately true. Yeah. We're just lucky it didn't bite us. It didn't come back and bite us, and it made the last 10, 15 minutes very nail biter, to say the least. So
yeah, it made things way more interesting than it had to be.
Exactly.
It was just a shame. And I think it was also a shame for Chico Conceição, who had a good game, and he's been taking a lot of heat, rightfully so, for getting the production up. And now all of a sudden he's starting to get this, he's starting to produce assists, goals, etc. And this one would have been a goal, and it's taken away from him wrongfully. Yeah. But again, geez, it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me to see nonsense like this. Amici di Nessuno, same story as always. And Chico Conceição, in his post on Instagram immediately after, contro tutti, against everybody, as always. Hey, trial by fire. Everybody gets the story soon enough when you join Juventus. Okay, Amici di Nessuno. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Now, we'll keep it rolling there. 85th minute. Fantastic build-up between Yildiz and Cambiasso. Centered for Miretti. Gotta finish this one, man. Gotta finish that one. 100th appearance. Could have capped it with a beautiful goal to seal it. Not so much. Thankfully, again, amidst all this and a nail-biting finish, etc., we come away 1-0. Fourth in the table, now ours. 2-point lead. You've got Como and Roma set to do battle today. Yep. Okay? But for now, Juve takes care of business. Now we're going to get into stats. We're going to get into the match, etc., our thoughts, our takeaways, and then all that fun stuff in the aftermath, okay? So real quick here, if you're looking at the statistics coming out of this one, the first half especially was dominant from Juve. First half, we had 3 big chances. They had none. They had 5 total attempts. We almost had just what they had in attempts in big chances. We had 14 attempts, 3 big chances, 59% possession. Second half was a little bit more contested. They had 5 attempts in the second half, 1 big chance. We had 8 with 2 big chances. But ultimately, across both halves, we were the much stronger side. If you want to look at the ratings of players, this is what they come away with at the end of this game. Perin 6.8, Kalulu 6.8, Bremer 7, Kelly 7.3, McKennie 6.8, Locatelli 7.7. Thuram had to leave the game with some discomfort there. We're still waiting on reports from him. I think he's going to be okay. I think it was more precautionary than anything, but he had a 6.4. Cambiasso 7.1, Conceição 6.4, Boga 7.6, Yildiz with a 9.1 rating. Okay, he was the official man of the match. Chat, was he your man of the match? Lucci, was Yildiz your man of the match in this game?
He was for me. He was all over the place. He was, whoever that right center back was, he was getting absolutely cooked by Yildiz pretty much the whole game. 9.1 I do feel is a little high, but he was good. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
Yeah, it'd be tough to look at that game and not give Yildiz the man of the match. I saw some comments say, since when do we rule an assist over weight of a goal scored, but I think you have to take everything, the context out of it. Yildiz had a shit ton of work to do to get that thing to Boga in the first place. Boga ends up just having to tap it home from the feed from Yildiz. If you look at the rest of the match from Yildiz, the guy created like 6 opportunities on his own. With a little bit of luck, a little bit of better fortune, maybe some positioning, maybe a striker up there as well, this guy could have walked away with like 5 assists in this game. Miretti's got to finish that one. There's a lot of close opportunities. Chico gets taken away from him. That's another assist to Yildiz there. This guy, 6 chances created, 16 touches in the opposition's box, 3 for 3 successful dribbles. He had more dribbles than that too. I think the count's low, but that's what he's credited with. 3 passes in the final third that were all key. 6 for 7 on ground duels, 1 as well. This guy was everywhere, everywhere. So for me, yeah, Yildiz is man of the match for sure. I do think Boga should get a shout because he was solid both on the left at the start of the game, and he never lost anything while moving to the lead role up at the top as a false 9 striker, whatever the hell you want to call him, right? I also want to give a shout out to Kelly. I thought Kelly was fantastic. And taking some shots finally, like with the balls over the top and challenging defenses. And we need to do that. I thought Kelly had a great game. Great game. So I want to give him a shout out.
Cambiasso was good as well. One of his better games as of recently.
I was going to say, this is a couple good showings for Cambiasso now on the trot. And maybe, just maybe, knock on wood, that he's slowly kind of rebounding and coming back into a better form. Yeah. But that is a couple good showings for him now, back to back. So we're not going to go too high on it. But, it'd be in our best interest for this guy to thrive and hit the strides he once was at. So hopefully these are signs that it's moving in the right direction, and he can continue to, even if it's slow progress like it has been, it's nowhere near, his best that we've seen, but it's better than what it's been for a long time. So hopefully he's starting to overturn this slump or skid or whatever the hell you want to call it and start to move in the right direction. I think Bremer, other than a couple moments here and there, he had a strong showing, and he's been a little bit off in some of the past few games. Hasn't looked as strong. I thought this was a really good showing from him. That one error with Davis there from the midfield and losing him. Other than that, really good game. But one thing that Bremer's going to have to sort out, one thing I kind of take away from this game, he's got to cut down the turnovers on the ball. He's got to find somebody way quicker. There's way too many turnovers coming from him on the ball. Other than that, I thought he had a strong showing. But were you feeling the same frustrations with him on the ball?
Yeah, it's been a few weeks now where he seems a little shaky with the ball. Like he doesn't know where to go, or his passes are just a little off. I don't know if it was yesterday's game or the game before where he just turned it, like a couple simple passes where he just left it loose and turned over. I mean, we'll give it to him, being injured over the past, year and a half now, and he's trying to get back into the flow of things. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous about him. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but hopefully he gets back into the way he was before his injury. I know that's tough considering the injury.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, there's been a few games here where he just hasn't looked as strong as he usually is. I think for him, this was a good game for him. Looks strong again, but on the ball, he's got to find somebody quicker. That can't happen.
It was a better game from him yesterday, but I also think they weren't really tested all that often. So when you have an opponent that's coming at you a little more, in a more attacking sense, I want to see how he does with that.
Yeah, I mean, we played a high line and we were on the ball the majority of that game. So yeah, it's more favored to Bremer, right? We got to see. Again, I don't want to see. I'd like to see us be on the ball dominantly and just with that high line and pressing back at them and making life difficult for them. But again, let's see. We got a clean sheet though, which is huge. This team's
Huge.
got to stop leaking goals.
Hmm.
It was a pretty clean game, though. Like I said, though, the mistakes, not much there for mistakes from Juve. A pretty clean game. That's why I really like the performance. When we get into trouble, and a lot of the goals we've conceded have come from our own undoing, right? And our own errors. That's why I liked it. But that's why I kind of also wanted to highlight Bremer on the ball. He coughed it up far too much. So they have to sort that out. He's got to have some alternatives. Even if he pumps the ball up the pitch, if there's nothing there, it's better than losing it with you having taken up all the space and running up to our midfield, essentially. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it if that's going to be the case. You just cannot cough it up and have them run back at us, especially with you out of position. So outside of that, though, let's hope that Bremer keeps moving in the right direction. From this game in general, I liked it. I liked our game. I'm surprised it took us this long. When teams want to push us, especially on the perimeter, with like Boga, Yildiz, or Chico, I'm surprised it took us this long to finally start challenging them with direct balls over the top and just utilizing our pace and being like, okay, that is so difficult for defenses to handle. If you put a good ball in there, that just gives your player a chance. It's tough for them to deal with. So glad that we finally did it. We laid off of it in the second half, but I'd like to see this something that we go to. It's a lower percentage play, obviously, but you can't just walk away from it completely. You have to keep teams honest. So if they're going to be on Yildiz's back, if he's going to play the wing, or if it's going to be Boga, or even when it's Chico, they want to play right up on them against it like that. You have to take those shots here and there, and you have to let their pace scare them off a bit. Scare them off so then you can play to their feet. So that was one of the things that I was really happy to see, and we did a really good job. Again, credit to guys like Loka who were delivering good balls, Kelly, etc. It worked, and we were able to hurt them with a very simple and direct approach. Udinese, I thought, was terrible at the back. At the back.
It looked like a mess.
They're lucky that this thing wasn't killed in the first half. Now, Boga talked about it, goal in 3 straight now. This guy is just on a heater. Agreement has been made, according to the reports today, with Juventus. On a contract to 2029, he is going to be redeemed. I'm just going to start off by saying it's an absolute no-brainer at 4.8 million euros, a contract to 2029. I have absolutely zero issues with it. You went from shopping for a Vice Yildiz, and you may have found yourself another main weapon. And that is unbelievable when you're talking about January business and a total piece of business at 4.8 million euros. Credit to Boga so far, but I'm telling you, he's a starter for me. And I loved seeing Boga, Yildiz, and Chico. I just think there's one thing missing, but it has nothing to do with the 3 of them. And I love this, man. What do you think about the business? Boga getting a deal redeemed by Juve, a contract to 2029, and do you think he's a starter?
Yeah, for that price, you really can't go wrong. I wasn't really sure what we were going to get, whether it was the one we saw at Sassuolo, and I know he's been around in France, kind of flying under the radar. So he seems like he's back to his former self, like he was in Serie A a few years ago. But I am going to say I don't believe it's going to last. Like, there's going to be a drop off at some point. You can't expect him to play like this every game, week in and week out. So. For now, yes, you keep him as a striker because he's deserved it and he's playing well. But eventually, I still think he's more of a bench option than a full starter, especially if we want the team to be where we expect them to be over next year and going forward. I don't know if he's a starter every week. So, but you need those types of players off the bench, absolutely.
Well, it kind of goes into the other part of this whole thing. For me, I think right now, until you're talking about maybe adding another piece or something in the summer. If you're talking about right now, this team in a 1A lineup, for me, it's Boga left, it's Yildiz central, and it's Chico out on the right. I loved seeing that. Yildiz, in this game, there was that key switch up where Boga actually took the reins at the top, leading the line, and Yildiz moved back to the left. This brings up the same natural discussion that always comes up. Where is the best place to play Kenan Yildiz?
I think he needs a real striker in front of him, and he's more of a like an attacking midfielder. But again, he is good off the left. But then if you want Boga in there, you got to keep Boga off the left. It depends what you want and what formation you're going to be playing.
This is the thing. For me, the switch up in yesterday's game doesn't change anything for me, okay? We don't need to talk about what Yildiz prefers to because it doesn't fucking matter. And I'll tell you why it doesn't fucking matter. Because yesterday was a prime example of something I've said for a million times on this show. But Yildiz needs to recognize in-game where he needs to be to do damage. It's not always going to be at the 10 roll. It's not always going to be right in the middle. There are going to be times where he has to drift to the left. There are going to be times where he has to drift to the right. I love the fact that we didn't wait an entire half of football to realize he was a day late, a buck short, leading the line at that 9 spot yesterday. So I love that we reacted like that and found that. For me, part of this guy going next level is recognizing that on his own accord from game to game where he needs to be to do damage.
Yeah.
When you play as a 10, you can go to the left. You can go to the right. And having Boga out there isn't going to change that for him because he drifted there naturally from his 9 position anyways to offer support there, and he still skinned guys from there. So I'm telling you right now, he's the type of player, it goes back to Dybala. Remember Dybala, I said, put him on the team sheet. It doesn't matter where the hell you put him. He's going to go where the game takes him. For Yildiz to go next level, it's got to be the same. He's got to realize where the game takes him on that given day against that opponent and what you see. That's one of the steps for him to go next level. But the second thing is still that one thing missing, and that's a striker. With a real 9 there and him playing as a 10 yesterday, it still would have been better even if he didn't drift back to the left side. So for those two reasons, I don't think there is a one single spot where you absolutely have to play this guy, but he's got to be able to be in the danger zone more often than not. Yep. So even if you're playing on the left, this guy cannot be hanging on to the sideline. He's got to be able to hit that area frequently. The amount of touches he had in the opposition's box yesterday, that's where he needs to be. That's where we need him dribbling guys. Not at the halfway line, not against the flank. That ain't it. So like I said, it doesn't fucking matter either what he prefers, etc., because he can't be ghosting in games because he prefers to be out on the left. No. It's going to be a game-to-game basis. For this guy to go next level, he needs to realize you go where the game takes you so that you can impact it. So for me, the discussion on where he needs to be, etc., is more what you're going to do with the rest of your lineup. So for me, right now, this lineup, moving down the rest, 1 game a week, Boga left, Yildiz at your 10 spot, Chico on the right, and throw me Dusan Vlahovic like today at the 9 spot because I want to see it. I want to see it.
I agree with that.
Vlahovic is like, this is like last chance saloon for this guy because this team arguably hasn't created as much throughout his entire period with us as we're creating now.
This is probably the most attacking it's been since he's joined, right?
Exactly.
If you can't do it in this type of formation and with these players behind you, buddy, just pack it up and hit the road.
Well, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I agree.
So if we're going to talk about this now, if you had to bet, if you had to place a wager on this right now, do you think that Vlahovic is going to do better than he ever has at Juve under Spalletti?
The problem with him, it's always been consistency. Like, he can score goals. It's just some games he's missing the net from 6 yards out. He's absolutely lost. I think with the support that they have now with Boga and Yildiz, Chico, whoever else, this is, buddy, you're gonna get the service, you're gonna get opportunities. Like, this is show up or shut up. This is, I can't make any more excuses. This is it. You got to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. That's what you're paid to do. Simple. Although I think it's going to take him some time to get back into the game rhythm since he's been out for so long. But having him available, I think, will be a big, big difference for Yildiz, for the team in itself. It just we need someone up there. You need a focal point, and I think that will definitely help. Do I think he's the answer long term, game in and game out? Still not sold on that though. I still think there's got to be someone a little more consistent that's hopefully available come the summertime.
If I had to make a bet on Vlahovic doing better now with Spalletti and how much we create, I'd take the bet that he will do better. That doesn't mean that he's not going to still, like, guys aren't going to score every single game. You're not going to get a striker in here that all of a sudden comes and just doesn't go through a little dip here and there. I think it'll be better, but I think one of the other reasons that it's not going to be so magnified when he does go into like a little period where maybe he isn't scoring for a couple games is because of the fact that you're getting a better spread on goals right now under Spalletti.
Yeah.
So that was another part that Vlahovic didn't really get the benefit of that either. So it was like Vlahovic needed to be the guy, and there wasn't much support. Chiesa was probably the best support that he had, and we lost Chiesa for a season.
Yeah.
And other guys, like, I mean, it wasn't the same. It's not the same as right now where you're getting a good amount of goals. Like, Yildiz can carry the weight he can get his. There's a lot of pressure on Chico to start producing for that obvious reason. Boga, like I said, if you finish off this season and it's 4-2-3-1, and you got these guys going, and he can add his into the mix too. We need more goals from midfielders. Thuram needs to step it up there, and I think apply more pressure from the midfield in the attack. McKennie's production's going to go down, and when he's played as he is yesterday.
Yeah.
Off to the right more dominantly, etc. And I'm okay with that. He was kind of filling a void, getting more advanced as this 10 thing, but is it better for us to keep McKennie that advanced, or is it better for us to have incredible weapons like Boga, Yildiz, and Chico destroying teams?
No, you definitely need a real striker. Will make a difference, but that means McKennie most likely hits the bench.
Well, I think it's between him and Cambiasso. Like, I still am fine with McKennie on the left side. And I still argue that Cambiasso's better on the right.
So then what, you sit Kalulu?
Well, he can't play every single game as much as he'd like to. I mean, I'd also like him to rest, right? Now we're down to one game a season, so it isn't the be-all, end-all, right? But in a typical season where you're playing 3 times, right? Like, you got all these competitions. You got 3 competitions, playing twice a week. Like, yeah, some rotation's going to be good, and it's going to be required, right? But for now, Kalulu was one of the guys we talked about yesterday with Trim. The question was, who do you think at this moment in time is probably underappreciated? And I think everybody's probably appreciated properly, but I'd go as far to say that Kalulu's like unsung hero and probably still not appreciated as much as he probably should be. Because the right side is on lockdown, has a big part to do with him.
I agree to a certain extent, but I still see Locatelli hate on the timeline, and I still think people don't appreciate what that guy does every single game.
Yeah, I mean, he's always going to be on that list, but I see a lot of switching. I see a lot of switches for Locatelli.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of like, okay, I think the message has gone through. I think my rants have finally maybe reached enough people to where they can realize that yeah, you just now all of a sudden you're just trying to do it, hoping for him to fail, whatever, like just so that you could be right, rather than enjoy the fact that he's putting in solid shifts, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But the Loka hate's just ridiculous at this point. But yeah, that's so Loka for you. I still think Kalulu.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just he's been massive. He's locked down that right side. It's been stellar. So yeah, so, some interesting things that Spalletti's going to go with. We got to talk about this game though, because Spalletti himself, these are all good issues to have when you're talking about, do you play Boga? Like, where do you put Yildiz, etc.? And like, these are good things. But there are some issues that are still lingering with his team.
Mm-hmm.
Cope Miners, for me, just still can't find a home. He just still can't find a home.
Yeah.
Left center back was the best that we saw out of him, and fuck me, I'm still taking Lloyd Kelly over you in that spot.
100%. Yeah.
So it's just like he comes into the midfield yesterday. He has to take over for Thuram. And I said, if you come in here and try to play as a second Locatelli, it's going to be absolutely useless. Find a way to impact this team. All I notice is that, and it doesn't even make sense for me, but he was making early runs, early approaches, up advancing, like beyond our striker at the time. And it's like, why are you doing that? Your best at Atalanta was trailing support runs out of the midfield and then striking the ball, latching onto one, taking a rip. Thuram even plays it that way. He doesn't just jump into the like he slows, and then sometimes he'll lead one up, but then you slow down, then you become the trailer. So I don't even know where Coop has picked that up from. But he's out of rhythm, out of sorts.
He just
I
looks
don't
lost.
I don't see any way out. I don't see any way out. I just don't see the way he can help this team, sadly. This is one of the things, though. Spalletti will still go to him. Moretti got some minutes there yesterday. Moretti started off the season looking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to this guy at what point in the season. He has not been able to make impacts since for quite some time. A lot of flat cameos.
Might just be the lack of consistency. Like, he's playing every couple weeks. I don't think he gets in every game, and he plays 10, 15 minutes. I don't know if that's because he's just not good enough or you don't need him, but I don't know. He should have scored yesterday. I think if he scored yesterday, you're talking a completely different game, right? You're about him, I mean, right?
Well, depending on the rest of the cameo, there was not much there, but it would have been like, hey, hell of a goal, like be in right place, right time.
That's
not a
all that
lot
matters.
to take it because not a lot of minutes, right?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
if you look at the cameos before, it's not the same. There's not that confidence, I guess, that instinctive play. It's a little bit slow. I don't know. It looks a little passive, like he's scared to cough the ball up yesterday. He had the ball at the top of the area a couple times, and he just froze up. And I'm like, dude, make a decision. It's very strange. But there's also some other indictments that need to go around, like Openda not finding any minutes. Zhigrova. Are you surprised to not see Zhigrova yesterday?
I mean, considering it was only 1-0, I'm not surprised because I'm guaranteed Spalletti doesn't trust him in a tight game or defensively, right? If they're up 2-3-0, maybe you see him. If they're tied 1-1, maybe you see him because you need a little different, option up top to get a spark. But I just don't think Spalletti likes him. I doesn't trust him, doesn't like him in certain situations, and I can see why. He's not a defensive-minded player, so you're going to have to give up something defensively to get him, on the offensive side of the ball. I don't see him. I don't think he's going to be here next year. I don't.
Man, the defensive side is nothing crazy because you still had Mac, you still have Kalulu on that side, you still have your midfielders there. Like, it's very minimal defensive duty that you'd need there at that moment in time. I really just feel like Spalletti doesn't like this guy. I just feel like he doesn't care for him as much, and I feel like Zhigrova's putting in the work. Like, I mean, when you're hearing, I respect the fact that he's not taking days off, and he's actually showing up to Continassa, working with trainers, trying to get fitness to its peak and working. But I think it's all for naught. I don't feel that Spalletti has this crazy desire about playing Zagrova. I feel like he only thinks he needs Zagrova in a pinch chasing goals.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like that's all he sees Zagrova as being able to bring to this team. Maybe it's I see the comments in there about some game management just because, and that's what we were talking about, only a 1-goal game. I don't know. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I can't help but feel that there's a trend in the subs and there's something that's been following Spalletti, and I think it's clear as day to see the guys that he has faith in, believes in, and the guys that he doesn't.
Yes.
And if I had to take a bet on would he care if they walked in today and were like, hey, we're getting rid of Zagrova, I think he'd say okay.
Yeah, I don't think he'd care.
I don't think he'd skip a beat.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the reasons they move him, so they can bring in someone Spalletti would actually like to work with or feels like he needs. So
yeah. Now,
I don't see him starting over Chico, and I don't think that's going to change, and I don't think Spalletti thinks otherwise either.
In keeping with this type of discussion, we're going to obviously have some fun here with some keep or sell, everybody. So keep or sell. Reminder, everybody, get those likes up while you're in here. And again, if you're tuning in on your other platforms, get to YouTube today, right this second, hit subscribe. Kits are given away. Palace and the 1560, okay? But we're going to have some fun with keep or sell. Let's start off with Miretti. 100 appearances in Serie A reached yesterday with Juventus.
I'm going to keep just because we already have so much work to do already. You can't afford to create another hole. We already got enough guys we want to get rid of, so keep for me.
I don't like the big dip from appearances early in the season to what he's been showing now. The guy's also been on a loan and coming back. Like, I mean, there's this issue with cutting the cord. Is it too early? Is it like going to be late? Like, I might be sell there. Gatti. Sell.
You can make a big plus Valenza on that one. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, at this point I really don't have patience for guys that regress.
And he hasn't gotten any better either. Like, he's just been stagnant.
No, he's a striker, for God's sakes. We're talking about him as a striker. Okay, so is it keep or sell as a striker? Might be keep as a third striker.
I'm hoping we sign another one in the summer, so I'm still selling.
Yeah. Zagrova.
I mean, I'd like to see more, but I just don't think his game and the way he plays will fit Spalletti or Serie A. So I think it's going to be sell.
I would keep, personally. I see no issues with Chico and Zagrova out on that side, especially if he can get better fitness and stuff. It's a cheap deal. There's not much to gain in it right now either. So it feels like as a timing thing, I'd keep.
But if he's just not going to play, then there's no point in keeping him.
Well, I mean, ultimately, this is us saying keep or sell.
Yes.
Spalletti's could be like, no, I want to keep Gatti. I want to keep Miretti. Okay. But I don't know. For Zagrova, I'd keep. Di Gregorio.
See, I like Di Gregorio, but I think he's gone. I think it's sell.
I think it's sell, and Perrin's the next name on the list, and it's sell as well. I think it's just time to clean house and reshape that department.
My only concern is who can we afford to bring in that's actually better.
Gigi Buffon made a great PK save the other day in the charity classic. Could he come back? Yeah, I mean, we got to sort that out, but honestly, I don't think you can, when you're at a point like this where you've been the number one and it's gone so absolutely to hell, it's done For me, the situation with Di Gregorio is
Yeah.
done. Perin is probably going to be done by situation because he's going to want to be a starter. And I don't have the faith in keeping him
No.
around to be the main guy going into next season.
I agree.
Neither one of these guys command the areas. So I'm done.
I just
And I
I
get
don't know
it.
who the
I
options
get it.
are. Yeah, that's my concern.
And I get it. But I'd go for one of the experienced guys. Not Emiliano Martinez, though.
Fuck. No.
Lloyd Kelly, keep or sell.
Keep, easy keep for me. I've always been on the Kelly train, so I'm glad he's kind of proven me right this year. He's been solid.
I'm
pretty
a
much
keep with
the
an
entire year.
asterisk because if the right offer comes, I'd probably do it, but I'd keep.
Okay, but what's a good price? We talking like 60, 50, 60?
No, we're not gonna get 50, 60, man.
You
But
paid
like,
what, 20, 25 for him?
it depends who's if the Prem's coming. Like he's a 40. He's a 40.
At least
40 to
if you're
45.
getting-
I'm saying buy.
if you're getting 40 to 50, then okay, I'm considering a sell because that's a good income. That's a good plus Valenza.
40,
again.
45. I'm probably saying see you later because I still think ultimately if you get things right, he's a bench guy, right? So if you can make that kind of capital on a bench guy, that's how I'm looking at it, right?
But then you're going to sell him and Gatti. Then you got two other holes to fill on top of the
Gleison
ones we
Bremer.
already got. Oh, Bremer's. Ooh. That's not an easy keep for me.
It's a keep for me.
You're going to turn down 60, 70 for Bremer?
Nobody's coming in with that money.
But isn't that his release clause?
Nobody's going to come in with that money. Nobody
If you're
will
not
come
getting-
in with that money. At
if you're
this
not getting
point
that
in
offer, then
time,
you're keeping.
the time is past where he is going to get you top dollar. He's at the point now where you keep him and you strengthen your backline so that you can manage the workload
Yeah.
and you help him integrate younger defenders and mold them and work together, right? So the moment to say goodbye for me has passed. And now it's just you keep it, you ride it out, and you milk it for what it is and work on workload management. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't say goodbye.
Yeah, not unless you're getting top dollar. Then I'm definitely keeping.
Cambiaso.
I got a soft spot for Cambiaso, so I'm going to keep. I know there's a lot of hate on him, but if he plays like he has been over the last couple of weeks and he gets his head right, he's still one of our better players.
I'd still lean towards keeping him.
Yeah.
I know the frustrations. I know what's going on. I know there's a lot of capital there. I'm still leaning towards keeping. I'm still leaning towards keeping him. I just think, I don't know. Maybe an asterisk there, depending on the deal, depending on options. But
That's another thing. Yeah.
yeah, Cabal.
Oh, sell. He's terrible. He's
Sell.
awful.
Chico Conceição.
You paid 40 for him. Like
I'm a keep.
I'm gonna keep him as well. Yeah.
I'm a keep. Yeah. So, I guess there you have it. Meretti, we were split. Split on Meretti. Gatti seems to be unanimous. Jagrova, split. Di Gregorio and Perin, little bit of a split there, just worried more about business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some interesting calls there. Everybody. All right, we're going to get to Storm the Barn. Should we run the kick giveaways first?
Let's do
What do
it.
you think? What do you
Let's
think?
do it.
All right. Well, I guess first I have to figure out. We got to figure out how we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna find a question because we can't make it easy for all of you. So get ready because this is gonna be the Palace kit first. Palace kit is fair game to everybody, all subscribers in here right now. Okay. So let's see here if I can find this. No, that wasn't it. Okay, hold on a second. Crystal Palace kit Juve. Remember what season that was?
Ooh.
Chat, you guys remember what season that was?
Anybody got an answer?
1920, I think it was, right? Pretty sure it was 1920. 17, no. I'm pretty sure it was 2019-20. So 2019-20.
I think you're right.
Palace. We had
Yes.
Juventus. And yeah, we played against Genoa. Played against Genoa. Okay. All right. Bear with me here, everybody. This is the bad boy, okay? And it's got Paolo on the back, okay? Dybala. It's 2019-20 season. The first subscriber right now to hit me with the scoreline of that game and the Juve score and the goal scorers gets the kit. Go.
Ooh, we got one answer in there.
They got it immediately too. Look at that.
Wow.
Immediately. Sashko. 2-1. Bonucci. CR7. This bad boy's yours.
Awesome.
Sashko, congrats. Well done. Well done. Eddie was at that match. Nice. That is wild. That was quick. That was very quick.
That was quick.
Now this bad boy. 15-16. We got Claudio on the back.
That's beautiful. Okay. That's a
this
beautiful
is beautiful. Beautiful. This one's going to go out to one of our members. One of our members in Legends tier status. Okay, these guys, I'm telling you. So we got a lot of members, but you don't have a bunch in the Legends tier. So these guys are just cleaning house this season. So we've already got a couple multiple winners, and now you're about to have another multiple winner because Adam Khan, you've got yourself the 15-16, my friend.
Well done.
Okay. 15-16. This bad boy goes to our boy, beautiful. Adam. All right. Congrats. Well done. So Sashko and Adam taking the kits. There you go. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, hey, it pays to be a member. Legend status, monthly giveaways. I got the next ones already ready to go. Should we maybe unveil? Unveil? All right. Hold on a second.
Can I create a burner account to start winning some of these or what?
We got kits. Okay. I'll only show you which one. I'll only show the one for now. This one's up for grabs for all subscribers this month. 97.98 home.
Classic.
Who's on the back?
Oh, Zidane. I was going to say Del Piero, but okay.
We went with Zizou on a 97.98. There you go. But yeah, congrats to our winners. Great stuff, you guys. Great stuff, you guys. Now, let's go. Let's get in to storm the barn. Let's see what we got here.
Let's do it. I saw some David comments in there already.
Oh, boy. Serie A 1 week without a scandalous decision challenge. Impossible. Yeah, pretty much.
There was even more than one this weekend. Something happening in the Inter game as well. Not that I saw it, but I was reading about it on Twitter. But I don't really give a shit, so who cares?
For the Inter match?
Yeah, I don't know, something
Oh,
about that.
yeah,
Maybe.
they were furious about calls, multiple calls in that game, and then there was one contested play against, I believe, Fratesi in the area where they believe
Good.
should have been a PK, etc. But hey,
Karma.
that's so sad. Yeah, they said mistakes happen when they played against us, and they got the benefit of it. They say, hey, sometimes these mistakes happen. Well, sometimes they happen, motherfuckers. Hey, have fun, cool. Injury update. When are players like Home, Dushan, etc. expected to be back? Dushan should be available for Sassuolo next week. So,
He's been training, yeah.
yeah, so he should be good to go there. When you're talking about Home, was he not out for a month when he went out, and that was a few weeks ago?
I believe it
So,
was expected a month, yeah.
might be able to get in. Probably, if I had to guess with Home, it's after international break. He's probably
End of
going to get back
March.
into the training.
Yeah.
So, because
don't
after
think
our
he's
next week
staying anyways.
match against Sassuolo, then we hit the international break, right? Then we find out if Italy's going to disappoint us some more or not. At least the baseball team's picking up our spirits.
Good for them. Good for
Yeah.
them.
Is it just me, or is Cambiasso drifting more inside like he used to do these last couple of games? Has that helped his game more? So he's always drifted inside, like become almost like an extra midfielder, right? He's always just kind of done
That's when he's at his best. He needs to be able to be, open and fluid to make passes and create plays. Because if he's always defending, that's not his best characteristic.
Yeah, he's got to figure out timing. Like the timing always needs to be on point as to when he's making his moves, etc., because he can't leave us susceptible at the back either. But he's got to pick up the positions a bit better. So I think over the past couple games, he's been more present for certain guys. So he was a good option for Yildiz a lot yesterday when he was on the left side, overlapping, being inside, and not always go, go, go. Sometimes you hang back as a support piece.
Yep.
He's just, and I always said, whenever a guy struggles, whenever you go through a rough patch, the one thing you have to do is just simplify. Don't overdo it. Don't overcomplicate. Just simplify. I think he's just simplified things positionally. So he's still free roaming though. And I don't know if I'd ever take that away from him. Because that seems to be kind of how he's got to play. And when you have guys like
I agree.
Boga, Yildiz, etc., that are going to kind of go wherever they can beat a guy to and dribble him, you kind of have to be on a swivel as that player that plays the flank. Like Cambiasso, etc. Like you kind of have to just kind of wait sometimes. You can't just go because what's this guy going to do? What's Yildiz going to do on the ball? Is he going to beat the guy and go inside? I don't want to be inside if that's where he wants to go. I want to stay to the outside and I'll wait for him to make his move and then overlap, right? It's just about making it all make sense. But yeah, he's always kind of free roam there. Would you re-sign Vlahovic now or would you wait to see his stats in the last 10 matches?
I think so. I'm going to assume both Openda's gone and chances are David is as well. So if you let Vlahovic or take the chance of not re-signing him and he goes elsewhere, you're going to need 2, if not 3 strikers. I just don't think that's realistic. So I think you probably try to sign him as soon as you can just to get it over with.
In the keep sell, we didn't actually say Openda, but that's a sell.
That's
It's
that's an
just
obvious
goodbye. But Jonathan David, is he a keep for you? For me, he's a sell.
one. I think he's not good enough. I said that from the beginning when he signed. I said as a Canadian, I know he's not good enough. I've seen him play before. He doesn't fit Serie A. He doesn't fit what we're trying to do, and he's too small. Like he's not a focal point up top.
Well,
So
no, dude, he's not the same guy as he was at Lille or even for Team Canada for that matter. He's
yeah,
not playing with any type of instincts. Like he's actually like if you even just pull up any match at Lille, any single one over the past couple of years, you won't even think it's the same guy. And he looks heavier.
he does, and he looks slower.
Well,
But I don't know.
yeah, but like I don't know, like he looks heavier than he was at Lille too, which is another reason that I don't get. But for me, it's a sell.
And the thing is, you sell him, you're making money. So think of
So
it
for
as a
me,
positive.
on that, and the fact that I still don't believe Milik's alive, and I think he's just an enigma, I don't think the stats will matter. I think right now business is dictating your best move is to renew this guy at a reasonable wage on a 2-year deal so that maybe you can even still work a sale at some point in the future.
Right, I agree.
I don't think the stats will dictate it. I think business is dictating that.
What do you think is a
Because,
realistic salary for him, though? You can't give him what he's been getting.
well, no, if the rumored 7 million is there, I'm fine with that.
I agree.
So I don't think stats should dictate. I just think the business is dictating it, to be honest. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Disappointed in David's garbage minutes. He jogged the whole time. Clearly doesn't care. Hasn't shown much fight lately at all. You know what? I just don't think it's a shame, but like he's had multiple moments in this season after the PK was won where I said it either tanks completely now or it lights a fire under his ass and we can actually move.
Mm-hmm.
It lit a fire under his ass for a bit. He was better. But in comes another slowdown, some bad showings, whatever, and then you need to fight. You need to work harder. You need to bring something.
Yeah.
He was the guy by default because Vlahovic wasn't around and Openda is giving you next to nothing. So he was the guy by default, and then eventually these showings where you're getting goals while he's coming off the pitch, eventually Spalletti said these other guys would be doing better if they had a proper 9. There's another moment right there where your coach flat out puts the spotlight right on you, calls you out. It's sink or swim.
Yeah.
To see such a nonchalant showing after words like that, yeah, that's tough to back. If a coach said that about me and my position and where I was playing, I'd be furious. And the next time I'm out on that pitch, I'd be an animal. That's the difference.
I just don't think he has it. I just don't think he has the it factor to get shit done by himself. He
might just not be cut for the big team.
Yes.
That's all. That's all.
League One or League One, whatever, defenders compared to Serie A defenders, it's night and day. He's not getting the same time. He's not getting the same space. It's more physical.
But he's had Champions League success too. He was very strong in Champions League with Lille too, and that's a weaker team playing in Champions League. So it's not just a Ligue 1 thing, and he just does not look the same guy. Not in build, not in temperament, not in like the instincts. Like he just doesn't look like. And I'd say the same thing for Cope Miners. He does not look like he was for years upon years over there. So
how much does that become a mental thing though? Like when your morale is down, you're not scoring, you're not playing as well as you did at your previous team, and then it just mentality and confidence just get shit on, and then it just gets worse.
You got to sort it out. Like I mean, fuck, Do we need maybe they do need a sports psychiatrist for all these fucking signings, but like they got to figure it out. Fuck. At the same time, it's not like you're not still playing football. It's not like the football is just drastically different from one league to the next. The quality might be better, might be a little more tactical, etc. But holy fuck, at the end of the day, round ball, here's your pitch.
What's your net?
Like, holy shit, it's like he came in here and we asked him to do a lobotomy on Milik or something. It's like, fuck no, man. You're still playing ball. God damn it. It's frustrating. Yeah. It's frustrating. And Coop's an example of a guy in league. Same fucking league.
We need some mentally strong players. We need some winners. We got a bunch of fucking...
experience is going to go a long way, like real experience.
Yes,
we need to add a couple guys that have won.
Bernardo Silva and players like that.
Allison in net and Silva make a big change. And I'm going to still harp on this: a free signing of Rudiger, man. There's your workload management with Bremer, and he's a prick too.
He's a prick.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Does anyone know if Zaniolo is okay? Was he allowed to go home after the game, or is he still trapped in Kelly's pocket? Oh, boy. Kelly had that guy riled up, man. Holy. Zaniolo on the card, the yellow card there, and he almost got into a couple close calls where it was like, man, he's gonna be sent off pretty quick here. He caught himself on a couple.
Yeah.
Man. Who's a bigger flop, Openda or Arthur? Oof.
That's tough.
I'll tell you what, if somebody manages to get a deal on Openda, then Arthur would still remain as being the bigger flop, the biggest flop.
I still think just based on price or spent money, it's still got to be Arthur.
Yeah, like, I mean, he hits the books at 65 or something. For the total amount of years and everything, it's an investment of probably right now 110, 115 million euros.
Insane.
Like, fucking Arthur is always going to be probably the worst signing ever.
That's crazy.
Would you agree this is our best lineup with all fit? Peril, Cambiasso, Bremer, Kalulu, McKennie. Back four. Tarab, Loka, Boga, Keelan, Chico, Dushan.
See, I don't like Kalulu as in a two-man center back, so I'm not sure about that.
Right now, your choice, Kelly gets in there next to Bremer, Kalulu's your right back, and you have a decision to make between Cambiasso and McKennie.
Yes, I agree.
And that's your best lineup right now.
Yep. Yeah,
how do we feel about the Bastoni and his nomination for the Fair Play Award? Holy fuck.
What?
He did. He got a.
That's
he got a nomination for what is it? That Rosa Communion, whatever the fuck it's called in Lombardia. Their Fair Play.
That's got to be a slap in the face. Like, that's got to be some kind of joke.
Like, these guys, everyone out there, are so fucking clueless. It's not even funny, man. It's not even funny. How do I feel about it? Bastoni is an absolute fucking asshat. Okay? And I went on a big rant yesterday because the people tried to defend this guy. Trying to cry because the Azzurri have to play in a week and a half
he's
or
not
whatever.
Even good for the Azzurri, please.
Who gives a shit?
Fuck.
If you can't suffer the consequences, then don't act like a dipshit. Mm-hmm. The guy's a joke. That team's a joke. I'm just happy. Finally, everybody's starting to see it. Afanku. Is Weah going to be retained by Marseille? I can't remember the Weah deal. Wasn't it obligation?
I don't think so.
Might have to look it up here. I thought it was like...
It was cheap though, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 15 mil or something like that?
Yeah, it wasn't much money, but 1 year loan with a mandatory obligation. Yeah, so it's a 1 million loan and then a 14.4 mandatory obligation. So yeah, I was pretty sure it was obligation. So
So that
yeah,
means we're getting 14 million coming in the summer, I guess.
so he's getting retained. Douglas Luiz will have to work a deal with Villa, looks like, and then Nico Gonzalez. I'm expecting Atletico to come back and lowball us.
Yeah, you're probably right. You can't take those terms though. You got to take reasonable terms on him. He's had a decent year from what it seems like.
Yeah, we need good terms on all our sales. Like, we gotta stop fucking just giving shit away no matter what the story is, because other teams don't care.
No.
My friend Claudio screamed at me, when is Pogba's birthday? I told him, March easy, oh my God, Adam, take it easy. It is actually Pogba's birthday today.
Who cares? Fuck that guy too.
Hey, fucking relax.
Scammed us out of how many millions in his when he returned. Joke.
Well, he also beat us a ton and brought in Pipita the first round. And the first round, he was baller as fuck.
Well, different times, different story.
It doesn't matter. He was still stellar.
Then the whole scandal and what that guy was.
Well, the second 2.0 was shit, but first was still like nobody could take away Max 1.0. The guy was a fucking beast. But it is what it is. Is it fair that David is judged over one season and players like Vlahovic got 4 seasons, Coop got 2 seasons, etc.? Is it fair? Probably not.
Nothing is fair.
I always said something around this team. You have to, and I understand it's been difficult because of the financial situation. But you have to cut the cord sometimes, and sometimes you have to take your lumps and count your losses.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 wrongs don't make a right. Some guys may have stuck around for longer than it should have been because of circumstances, but that doesn't mean that.
Let's keep, we got to get away from
David around
that.
for a second season because you fucking were dictated to do so because of financial situations on other guys. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Mm-hmm. Life isn't always fair. We got one goal, and that's to improve and get stronger year in, year out.
Yep.
Does Loka deserve a starter spot with the Ads? 100%.
100%. Shouldn't even 100%. Be a question. Man.
I'm starting to think Barella is fucking odd man out in that midfield the way he's...
That guy fell off a cliff too.
Guy's fucking been a fraud watch for a while, man. He had like a big boom there over a couple seasons and then absolutely nothing for a while. Mm-hmm. Fading just like his hairline. So, I don't know. But yeah, that whole Loka, 150% has to be a starter.
All those Inter guys, when they go to play for the Azzurri, they're half the players they are with Inter. Even DeMarco's average when it comes to international play. Bastoni's been terrible pretty much his whole time.
I'm having a tough time connecting with the Azzurri with these fucking mutts on there. I'll be quite honest.
Yes, exactly.
Like, and all the nonsense that's happened around them, it just like it's tough. It's tough, but I made a comment yesterday when we were talking about Bastoni because the whole thing pissed me off about people trying to feel sympathy for him because he's getting booed in stadiums. I don't give a shit, okay? These guys are so used to everything going their way in Serie A that they don't understand how to guide a team properly, lead a team properly, much less a national side.
Yeah, 100%.
These are the guys that you're trying to pull in, and Barella can't keep himself standing in a fucking game because he's got to dive all over the fucking place. Bastoni's an absolute mutt. And DeMarco's, I think the fucking dye's got into his brain because half the time he doesn't even look like he knows what the fuck he's doing when he plays for the Azzurri. Not into it. Not into it.
I agree.
So it sucks to be disconnected from the Azzurri, but I gotta say, it kind of is that way. Kind of is that way. We need to reinstill the Juve connection.
Yeah.
So Juve and Italians, but again, then you start looking at Italian talent. Well, there are some
not
guys,
there.
there are some younger guys, but we got to get it going. We got to get it going.
I believe it was a couple days ago. I think it was Matic from Sassuolo was saying some stuff about the Serie A and developing players and getting them to play. Like, it's just, he's saying it's fallen so far behind the likes of Spain and England, and it's fucking clear as day when it comes to international play and Champions League.
Nemanja Matic?
Yeah.
He's one of the fucking reasons a young guy probably doesn't have a spot. This old ass bastard playing
He loves
at,
it.
where is
He's
he?
still getting
Sassuolo?
paid. Yeah, I think so.
The irony in that motherfucker saying that, because I've said for a long time, these clubs, it's not up to the big clubs in Italy for me to like take gambles on all these young guys and give them all this young time, whatever. No. For me, you have to work some type of incentive out, but the league has no fucking idea. But like, the league needs to figure out all this chase to stay in the top flight from a lot of those teams, avoid relegation, etc., for the finances, etc., and stay in the top flight. It has them leaning towards experienced players.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to eliminate that fear. There has to be like incentive. There has to be something that they get out of giving this opportunity to the young Italian players.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be all scared. Profit share, whatever. They need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because, like right now, next gen's great. We got great young talents. Eli Mogale is like
playing after that.
He's going to make some noise. Eli Mogale is probably going to make some noise. You got Dafada. We got to get him in a top flight loan. That's a goalkeeper. Potential next big thing. There's a lot of talents all over the place. We don't get to learn. And too quickly, when they start to pick things up, this is why I talk about the league needing to figure their shit out. They're getting pounced on now. England's starting to pick on us.
Well, even
Violi, Coppola, etc. Like, they're starting to pick on us now.
Those two 17 and 18-year-olds playing with Dortmund. One scored yesterday. One of the center back. I forget his name off the top of my head, but
yeah,
two young Italians going out to Germany.
The league's got to figure it out. So there has to be something for these teams, because you're going to make a deal with us for 30 million on Calafiori, but then they come in 50, we're out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a guy lost from the league.
Yep.
And the league's like, yeah, well, it is what it is. Cool, because Nemanja Matic is going to come in to Sassuolo, and that'll draw some eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. But yeah, Locatelli with the Azzurri, 100%. So, we've got to see what's going to happen with Como and Roma today. Lucci, what's your prediction for that game?
1-1, I'm going to say.
1-1 draw keeps us in fourth.
Right.
I like it. Hope you're right.
I hope I'm right, too. Right.
Man. Gio's going 2-2. Draw.
Lots of
DJ
goals.
Cavity,
Okay.
2-2 draw.
2-2, yeah.
Wiggle Winter, draw. Hey, let's go, everybody.
We need it.
So we're in fourth now. We'll wait to see what that result is. Then we have Sassuolo. Nemanja Matic. We could Pachalushkafa la faccia to that big dummy. Oh, we got a Roma victory call here. Hey. Ooh. A lot of draws there. Everybody's trying to manifest this draw. I actually do believe it's going to be a draw. I said draw or Como wins. I don't think Roma's going to win it.
Really? Oh.
I think Como either steals the game 2-1, or I think you got yourself a 2-2 draw.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't see Roma winning that game. I think Roma's reeling, man. Like, I see them taking a spiral here down the rest of the way. So,
man,
we've got Sassuolo next. Putting you on the spot, does Juve reach top 4?
Oof. Hold on. I gotta do my research before I make any guesses.
Yes.
Uh
I'm a yes. It's an easy yes.
You think so?
Yes. I never waver. They had me scared for a bit, but
I'm
now
still
that I'm
scared,
looking
man.
at these other teams, I'm looking at schedules, we're making it.
We got a couple tough matches still. I
Who?
will say, well, you got Atalanta,
Yeah, I'm still waiting
have-
for the tough match.
you got Milan, back to back.
I'm still waiting to hear a tough match.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Goddamn rights you will. We're going to smash Atalanta and we're going to fuck Milan up. Those bastards.
Crush their dreams of winning the Scudetto with Allegri. Both.
Yeah. Crushing
but then-
dreams at the San Siro, okay?
I need some fucking consistency from this team. Not against just Pisa and Udinese. I need to see that for every damn match, no matter who the opponent is. Go out and fucking show me that you want to be top four, that you
A
want to win.
week ago, actually probably more. No, yeah, it was a week ago I said the blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. I'm telling you. Let's get Vlahovic up there. Boga, Yildiz, Chico. The guy will finally get service. And he's the best striker on the sheet right now that we got.
Definitely.
And it'll take us the rest of the way to reach that final objective. I'm going to go as far to say even third place could potentially be there. Because I'm not convinced that even Napoli doesn't drop a wicked set of points. Because they're a bunch of asshats too.
As much as I hate them, I don't know. I thought they were going to lose or drop some points yesterday, but those pricks ended up winning.
Well, they escaped narrowly there. So
Yeah.
they're going to be dropping points. For me, I'm going to tell you, Juve's going to get in. We're going to get in. We're going to keep that revenue, and then we'll see what these guys can do, okay? But Boga might be the best damn $5 million we ever spent in a long time.
Long time. Yes.
In a long time. Can you even remember like a $5 million signing? Like anybody in that price range?
How much did we sign Lichtsteiner for?
Hold on. I'm not considering free signings either. Guys
He
with
wasn't-
actual wages
With
too.
an actual compensation. Yeah. That's I thought Lichtsteiner was low, but I might not be that low.
I'm trying to see if I can find some list of like players we signed for like 10 million or less. So like Barzagli had a 300,000 fee to it. That was a steal.
Good one. Yep.
Tevez was cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tevez was like a very, very cheap signing. Evra, I think, had like a 2 million.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some stupid. I think Vidal was
Vidal
super
was-
cheap, 8 mil or something.
I thought it was more.
8 or 9 mil when we got him. Chiellini,
Lichtsteiner
I
was
think
like
Chiellini
7
was like
mil.
a
Okay.
5 mil sign.
Okay, so there's some good options in there. Chiellini, Lichtsteiner, Barzagli.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just trying to
good
remember
show.
anybody that was that low, like for
I don't know if
actual
I
like
put-
pickups.
I don't know if I put Boga in the same category as some of those names, but
Yeah,
keeps
and
playing the
Pogba
way
was
he
a
does.
free, or no? Pogba actually was he 800K, so not technically free.
someone
So,
said
yeah.
100K in the chat. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Pogba 100? No, I think he was 800. Barzagli was 300. Yeah,
okay.
but even 100K, I mean, yeah, those were super cheap. Anything not a free, but yeah, those were some good cheap deals. Boga right now looks like we're redeeming him. I say it's a no-brainer, and I say start the guy here on out. Boga,
Until he
Yildiz,
doesn't deserve
Chico.
it, yeah.
Only one thing missing. That fucking striker. Can Vlahovic reshape his whole time at Juve and now all of a sudden go back to square one and be the guy under a different cycle, under a different style of football, and maybe rewrite a story?
If he
Who the
plays
fuck
lights
knows?
out, if he plays lights out for the rest of the year, you know how many people are going to turn their everything they've been saying about the guy for the past 4 years? They're going to complete 180 and start loving him if he delivers.
Trimboli's got the best move ever because all he's got to do is take that Vlahovic shirt that he put the piece of tape that put David on it. All he's got to do is peel that piece of tape off. He's back in business, baby.
Yeah.
We're cooking. He's back in business. Don't call it a comeback. Let's see what happens. I look forward to it because I do believe it's the one thing missing still.
Yeah.
The rest for me is sorted out here on out. Spalletti knows exactly what he's got game in, game out. Just missing that 9. And no, it ain't going to be Milik. Get Vlahovic in this lineup immediately and let's get it going. There you go, Trim. The tape's coming off, he says. The tape's coming off. Vlahovic back in play. Love it. Love it. You guys, again, big congratulations to Sashko and Adam on the kit victories. Reach out to us. We'll get those things shipped out, okay? And then you saw 97-98 kit. Zidane, that's our next one. But I've got another one for our membership holders in legend status, but we'll unveil that on the next live show. As always, you guys drop a like, smash the subscribe button, but thank you for all the continued support. We've had a big year. Wish that the results around the team would be big, but again, we ain't going anywhere. It's fino alla fine, okay? And that will never waver. Oh, and by the way, Berna kit. I'm being asked, do I have a Berna kit? I do not have a Bernardeschi kit. Lucci does.
Do. I got 2. Well, one's TFC, but I have 2.
Oh my God, Jesus, no. I have a TFC kit, Giovinco.
It's my boy. I got the Giovinco one TFC as well.
Kit.
Yeah.
No Bernardeschi kit. You know what? It doesn't really bother me either, though. Like, Pjanic is the one that bothers me. I feel like I need a Pjanic kit, and I never got one. And that bugs me.
It's a good show.
That bugs me. Got a lot of guys. Got Lichtsteiner, Bonucci, Chiellini, Barzagli. I never had a Pjanic kit, and it bugs me. I got Mandzukic, Tevez. Like, the Pjanic one pisses me off. Need to get it. But yeah, Lucci's got the Berna kit. You guys, let's see what happens in that matchup today. Either way, doesn't matter because we're going to steamroll the rest of the schedule and take care of business and reach top 4. But still, be nice to not have to sweat it out till the bitter end. So hopefully those two teams beat the shit out of each other today, end up in a draw, and Juve holds 4th spot. But either way, Sassuolo, in the words of Bill Goldberg, you're next. Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. We'll talk soon, everybody. Ciao, ciao.